long are you going to wait to demand the best of yourself? First asked by Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's been the foundational question of success for 2,000 years. If you've ever wondered that of yourself, then a tweak on a little-known concept from neuroscience might just unlock the secret to your success. And the best thing is, you have all the tools already at your disposal to make it a reality. G'day, I'm Gary Fay, the Neuro-Stoic, and I've been helping high-performing individuals, teams, and organisations build mental strength, success, and resilience, combining the science of the mind with the philosophy of action for over 20 years. And now you can get all the actionable tactics I share absolutely free by smashing that subscribe button and checking it out. But back to your success. The truth is, we all have the power of success at our fingertips, or more accurately, our neural tips. But we often only ever focus on one dimension, then wonder why it's so hard to get started, to build momentum, or to maintain results. In a society where social media is king, we are continually shown what we should be doing. There's every chance that you know what the things you need to do are if you want to make $1 million. Overcome addiction, lose 10 kilograms, or even just keep a simple promise to yourself for longer than a few days. So why can't we do it? I mentioned that there's a tweak on a little-known concept from neuroscience that can help you reach all of your success. Now that wasn't exactly true, but it wasn't actually false either. There's every chance you've heard about neuroplasticity, but what you're probably less familiar with are two core concepts of developing neural successes. And don't worry, once we get past the sciencey stuff, I've also got some real-world practical applications for exactly how you can implement these to grow your own success. The first component of neuroplasticity is long-term potentiation. Fancy words, but in the scheme of success building, these are the things you do. The gym workouts if you're chasing a six-pack, the papers you read if you're hunting down a degree, and the butts that you kiss if you're chasing a promotion. Just kidding. I wanted to see if you were paying attention. The work that you put in, the hours, the relationships, the consistency, and the competency that lead to that promotion. Those are our long-term potentiations. In the brain, long-term potentiation is about opening up or creating new neural pathways, turning on actions, activities, and connections so that the neurons that fire together wire together. But laying down new neural pathways is not the only contributing factor to neuroplasticity. Long-term potentiation, or LTP, is coupled with LTD, or long-term depression. Now don't get too worked up. This isn't the same depression that is categorized as a mental health condition. It's not the same depression that consumes more than 40% of the population at some point in their lives. And it's not the same depression that I silently battled for over 10 years, costing me almost everything. Thankfully, it's not that depression. But even more thankfully, this long-term depression, the yin to long-term potentiation's yang, can help you overcome that other type of depression, as well as be the missing ingredient to all your successes and dreams. The key takeaway from this science lesson is that there are two contributors to success: what you turn on, and just as importantly, what you turn off. Have a think about how you've tried to attain success in the past. It's often steeped in the turn-ons, the things that you must do in order to achieve the outcome you're looking for. But there are also things in your current life that are impacting your ability to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. They are your thoughts, your beliefs, your story. They show up in your decisions, your actions, and your behavior. And they have impacted your health, your wealth, your relationships, and yourself, that mental and emotional health. Epictetus also said, if your choices are beautiful, so too will you be. So it's time to start making beautiful choices, practical choices, purposeful choices. Your decisions to take action need to be co-opted with your decisions about what to cut up or cut off. What exists in your life that is holding you back, keeping you stuck, or causing you pain? Don't just gloss over this question. It is the missing piece to your success. If you think about it, it's the one thing that you haven't genuinely had a crack at. You have had several attempts at what you need to do, but have you really taken a conscious approach to the things you are attached to that are holding you back? Your habits, your routines or lack thereof, your relationships, your friends. The simple fact is, you have not yet demanded the best of yourself if you continue to entertain thoughts, behaviors, things, and people that are keeping you stuck, or worse, sending you backwards. This is not an easy step to take. Hell, it's the single biggest reason why you haven't taken it all the way before. Dropping things out of your life, people you've known your whole life, some great friends, some family, but definitely some holding you back. What behaviors do you engage in when you are around them? Poor eating and drinking habits, gossip, negativity, or believing a story of victimhood, all of which is contrary to what you are trying to achieve. Epictetus has something for us here as well. Above all, keep a close watch on this, that you are never so tied to your former acquaintances and friends that you are pulled down to their level. And you are most definitely stuck at the level of your thoughts, your decisions, your actions, and your behaviors, but equally by the thoughts, decisions, actions, and behaviors of those whose company you keep. And it's time for dead wood to be cut loose. Remember back to our science experiment? In order for there to be levers that you turn on, other levers simply have to be turned off. You just can't soar with the eagles and hang out with the geese at the same time. It's time to examine your life. The principle for success lies on both sides of the equation. What do you turn on, feed, and open up over the long term? And what do you need to turn off? The principle for success lies in this simple phrase. If it doesn't have a purpose, then it doesn't have a place. Do the hard work up front. Ask yourself the question, exactly what is it that I want out of my life? Am I prepared to give up the things holding me back from that success? You might find that you are not. That's okay. But accept it then. The fact that you will remain mediocre and be happy with that. If instead you want to make the most out of your life, find your true potential and have an actual chance of hunting it down, then you have to begin to make tough choices. Firstly, what exactly are the things I want to chase down in my life? The health, the wealth, the relationships, and the self. What do they look like in explicit detail? And then what are the things that a person living that life does every day? And just as importantly, what do they not do? Success is as simple and as vital as these two questions. It's about making beautiful choices for yourself, for your future, and for those that rely on you. I mean, what is important to you? What have you had your heart set on? What would fulfill you? And what are you scared of? What things exist in your life that don't serve your purpose? They don't live up to your values and are stopping you from achieving your best. I know we've covered some tough territory today, but success doesn't come without sacrifice. You have lived your life one way, with the same habits, routines, and relationships, and you have arrived and been stuck exactly where you are today. You've been complaining that you want more, that you deserve more, that you are worth more. It's time to go out and get it. Not by complaining and making the safe, easy choices, but by actually making a decision on what it is you want out of life, setting a plan for chasing it down, and doing everything it takes to get there, including cutting everything out of your life holding you back. Those thoughts, those beliefs, those decisions, those behaviors, and those people. Yes, those people. Whatever story you have had on repeat in your subconscious, whatever lies you've manifested about whose fault it is, and whatever failings you have made to this point, their hold on you has to go. Neuroplasticity simply doesn't occur if you only have long-term potentiation, if you just lay down the new neural pathways. You must also depress the pathways that obscure the desired result. Your life deserves more. Your life deserves you to take action on both the positives and the negatives in your life. This isn't a judgment call on anyone's value. It's simply an equation. If it doesn't have a purpose, then it doesn't have a place. It's time you asked, how long are you going to wait until you demand the best of yourself? Now, we talked today about developing a vision of that person that you want to become. And I know that that's not always easy to do on your own. So I put together a quick video of that here that you can click on right now and get started straight away. You see, my goal is to move everyone from where they are now to where they want to be. But I need your help to do your bit. Chase success, be brutal, and don't stop.